Hi, hello, welcome back. I wanted to have like a bit of fun today and just do something that's really confrontational and mental, because most of the process work that I lead is kind of confrontational and physical, or confrontational and emotional, and this is confrontational and mental. So we're going to do a thought experiment, and this thought experiment was made famous by a lady called Susan Blackmore, who created it from the work of Derek Parfit, and it can provoke really deep change inside a person. It just takes 2 or 3 minutes and you just need to follow along. So, pause the video if you need to and just sit down and listen just for 2 minutes and let yourself go into this scenario until it comes to its conclusion. So imagine that it's like a few years from now, and basically, technology has continued to increase, and now there's a company that offers this way that you can travel around the world in like a microsecond. It's kind of expensive, but it doesn't take any time. And how it works is you go into this kind of black box, that's located in a city. Say I want to travel from London to Bangkok. And I go into this black box in London. I've paid my 10 grand, it's quite expensive, whatever it is. I go in the box and there's a big red button. I stand there, push the red button, and then I open the door again and I'm in Thailand. I'm there in the middle of the Khao San Road or wherever. And I do this once, I think, wow, this is really cool. No jet lag. Okay, the time's different. It only takes a fraction of a second. This is great. So, I'm really turned on to this company and what they're doing. And so I start traveling around like this all the time because, I'm making a bit of money, so I can afford it. So now I've used the box like, 22 times and I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I tell all my friends about how wonderful it is. And then one day I'm checking my latest news channel and I hear there's a big story about this company, and a big drama, and a lot of people are up in arms about it. And I read the story and this is what it's about. It says, well, this is how the box works, because they kept it a closely guarded secret, how it worked. What happens is you go in your box, maybe in London, and what the box does is scan your whole body. It makes an exact blueprint of your whole physical being. And then when you push the button, it kills you and it creates an exact copy of you over where you want it to go, maybe in Los Angeles, Thailand, wherever. And so, walking out of the box is this person with all your memories, remembers going into the box, remembers pushing the button, comes out of the box and goes off and does his thing. And this is freaking people out massively. And a lot of people are up in arms and saying, I've been killed and whatever, multiple times through this box. And so this story about how the box works is creating a lot of drama. So now you know how the box works. And imagine yourself, you're thinking about it. Okay, am I going to travel to Los Angeles next week to visit my friend? Am I going to get the plane, or am I going to use the box? And you decide to use the box. Now really imagine yourself, you're walking down the street. You know where the box is, you've paid your money. So you open the door, you get in the box, you hear the door close, you look at the button, you know if you push this button, you're going to die, and a copy of you is going to rock up in Los Angeles. Are you going to push it? So, did you push it or not? Feel free to leave me a comment saying yes or no and explaining why and why not. What's really interesting about this thought experiment is that it makes our understanding of the ego and what it is very, very real and immediate, because we typically believe that we have inside of us, inside of our mind, looking out somewhere, what philosophers call a persisting self. Basically, the idea there's a kind of observer, experiencer inside my head looking out, and that if this body gets killed, then that experiencer is killed. Now, this isn't the truth. This isn't the truth. This is merely how it seems, because it makes our body and our mind and our whole psyche much more functional. What is actually the truth is that there is no inner persisting observer, there's no persisting self inside. It's just being created in the moment. But it seems real because it's very useful for it to seem real. It's very useful for it to seem real. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this thought experiment. I hope it hasn't freaked you out too much. Do feel free to leave me a comment below, and do also check out my website bioenergetics.org.uk, where you can do more confrontational, body-based and emotional-based processes. I will speak to you soon.